Hunter Biden appeared in court in Delaware Friday for the final hearing before his federal firearms trial next month. Jury selection will begin June 3rd. A judge denied Hunter Biden's request to postpone the trial earlier this week. The president's son was indicted last September on 3 counts related to possession of a gun while using drugs. In Friday's hearing, Biden's lawyers and prosecutors discussed evidence being presented and the witnesses they plan to call. CBS News Justice Department reporter Rob Legare is outside the courthouse in Wilmington. So what did the lawyers argue about today?
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for having me. So that's where Hunter Biden and his attorneys were here, along with prosecutor from special counsel David Weiss's office. They were here basically setting the scene for a trial that is supposed to start on June 3rd with jury selection. Just to remind our viewers, this is the case in which Hunter Biden is accused of lying on a federal form and owning a firearm while using illicit drugs. And so today they were basically arguing about what can go into trial, what the jury can hear. One question was prosecutors wanted to introduce a big chart that basically summarizes, they said, about 18,000 pieces of evidence coming from Hunter Biden's laptop that he dropped off at a repair shop and then came into the hands of investigators. There was issues that the defense raised over whether or not they can discuss the time period in between when it was dropped off and was handed over to law enforcement, saying that there might be questions about the authenticity there. The prosecutors, however, said that they plan to use that, and the judge said that she decide when she sees it as the trial begins in the coming weeks. Other issues that were discussed: what pieces of evidence can they see, as well as what expert testimony can be heard by the jury. So really, today's hearing was really used to iron out all these details, so they're not issues that arise when the jury is finally seated here in a few weeks.
So who are some of the witnesses the prosecution is expected to call?
Right. So based on some pretrial filings that we got in the last few weeks, we do know that the prosecutors are planning to call numerous witnesses, up to a dozen witnesses, including some of Hunter Biden's individual women with whom Hunter Biden had relationships, including his ex-wife. They will testify to the fact that he was using drugs at the time that he bought the gun. On the flip side, the defense wants to call about 3 expert witnesses. They said today one has to do with an expert in residue, another one is an expert on firearms, and they also said that they want to talk to somebody who worked at the gun shop where he bought it.
This is separate from the another case he faces out of California, right?
That's right. Yeah. So there are 2 separate cases, both brought by the same prosecutor, David Weiss, who is a special counsel. He was the U.S. attorney in Delaware, kept on that job by Attorney General Merrick Garland to complete this. This is a felony gun trial. The other one is a felony tax fraud trial in which he's accused of not paying over $1 million in taxes. That was set to happen also this month, but a judge just this week agreed to delay that trial into September, as after Hunter Biden's defense attorneys, who are the same ones here, basically said we can't prepare for 2 trials at the same time.
Okay. Rob Legare, thank you.
Thank you.